I'm standing here with Alex Schaefer in front of the Clermont County Sheriff's Office. And Alex, on July 14th, I think it is, what request did you make to Sheriff Chris Stratton of the Clermont County Sheriff's Office?
I made a request for a single day worth of his to and from emails for July 11th.
And when did you get a response to that request? And did you get the emails that you had requested?
I believe I got them either the 16th or the 17th.
So I happen to have this piece of paper here that tells me you got them on the 17th.
Okay.
And that was 3 days, 14, 15, 16, 17, 3 days after he made the request. I, on the other hand, made a request on March 13th for a week of emails from March 1 through 7 of 2025, and I have gotten zero production. On Friday, I sent Sheriff Stratton a note saying, pointing this out to him, that I was aware of Alex getting production, and that it was about, I actually had a math error, but it's actually, I said 48 times the number of days. It should have been about 45 times the numbers of days, so I apologize for my mathematical error on it. And what's going on here is you have a right to see public officials' emails, and they have an obligation to produce them. But there is a conspiracy going on here in Clermont County involving the sheriff and 9 other elected officials.
So 292145 is a no public servant under color of the public servant's office, employment or authority shall knowingly deprive or conspire or attempt to deprive any person of a constitutional or statutory right. Are you familiar with that statute?
It's not one I'm commonly dealing with.
That's almost never, ever used. Okay, it's like if this case will be actually a great use of this statute.
Okay.
Okay, like a precedent-setting use of the statute. So what has happened, and I'll walk you through it step by step, is I made request for some public records to 10 different elected official offices in Clermont County, including here. Okay? So 10 different, and they're all in here. Here's the 10, is in this.
Okay.
So what's happened is nobody's disputed that my public records requests are valid. They've not been denied. But what's happened is these 10 people, including the sheriff, who I know well, Chris Stratton, have conspired to prevent me from being able to get public records to which I'm entitled.
To specifically deny me access to emails. It is actually a misdemeanor crime to actually conspire to deny somebody their statutory rights. So
Absolutely.
Alex was here. By the way, did you look through the emails?
I did look through the emails.
Anything
actually
exciting in there?
You were not mentioned.
Okay.
You were not actually mentioned. I was a bit surprised by that.
I did see that it was like, I think, 80-something pages.
It was.
So just on the surface, you can tell if the sheriff has 80 pages of emails for one day,
right,
that means he's doing shit, okay? We got the production of emails from Miss Livesey, and she had like 1,300 pages of emails, or more than that even, I think, in a week.
Wow.
So you can tell people that are actually...
people that are doing work.
Well, I don't know if you can tell they're doing work. You can tell they're getting emails, so that they're going back
Maybe
and
they're
forth
not responding to the emails.
So I think that, I'm critical of most Clermont County elected officials, but seriously, I think Sheriff Stratton is the best of them in terms of, I think he knows what's going on is wrong. I think he knows what's going on is corrupt. I think he knows that the prosecutor's office is a huge problem. And it's time for him to man up and just start producing. You produce for Alex Schaefer, time to produce for me.
And to that point, I will say he was very polite and courteous in the production, and even gave them to me in alternative form that I requested when I wanted them.
And I think you got them through, the sheriff's office has its own public records function, which also knows that you cannot charge people for redaction.
Sure.
Okay, other than in body cam, but in textual documents, you can't charge for redaction.
Right.
But I think you got them, didn't you get them initially maybe through the sheriff's public records function?
It was a cloud link, yep.
Yeah, so they have their own public records function because they get a lot of public records. And I wonder if Sheriff Stratton ever even engaged Brian Shrive. Sheriff Stratton produced email records to him within 3 days of a request, but has not produced to me.
You're talking about your...
Did he consult with you? Did the sheriff consult with you on his request?
I'm not going to at liberty to talk about consultations I've had with clients.
Well, then I'll assume that he did. the center of the conspiracy to deny me my statutory rights. Whether he even consulted with them or he just said, F that piece of you know what, because I know what they think of Brian Shrive is, and just produced for you, just said to hell with it, I'm going to produce.
I bet they just did it on their own.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Thanks, Alex.